Hey there, YouTube. This is Kelly, RC Mechanic, and yeah, we're back to the Wraith again. So, if any of you watched the Can It Crawl Again or the Axial Wraith raw footage, this is going to be just a big change to this truck. What I'm going to do is take out the 4000 kV brushless motor, and I'm going to put in 3000 kV brushless motor. Now, I will admit up front that I don't know much about brushless motors, so this is a learning experience for me. Most likely a learning experience for most everybody that's worked in the, been working on the RCs and with the big change over to brushless. However, I do like brushed a lot better for crawling, but I'm hoping that the smaller KV motor will make this a lot more manageable when it comes to crawling, going over obstacles, etc. So with that, I just want you all to see where we're at with the 4000 kV, with the computer settings the way they are right now, so you can tell the difference. Okay? Like, oh my gosh, I'm not that big of a channel and I haven't got as many RCs as a lot of people, but I got a good collection of controllers over there, right? So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and I'll turn this on. My switch kind of fell off. Alright, so here's a Wraith on a 4000 kV with the settings that you all saw this at. Now, if you haven't watched this yet, watch the Great Barn Challenge. So, because the Great Barn Challenge is the settings of where this truck is right now. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to hold this down because I don't want to take off like happened to another truck of mine. Alright, so you see how jumpy that, I'm barely hitting the trigger. And then we got full speed. That's full speed. But then I lowered the motor torque in Castle Link to slow the motor down. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch this over to a 3000 kV. Before I made these settings, you'd see these tires just kind of like whoop, right? So I'm going to switch this over to a 3000 kV motor, and we're going to look at it with the same programming parameters and see where we're at there. So stick around. You don't want to miss out. Remember to subscribe and like. If you don't like, that's fine too. You mark it. You don't like it. Leave a comment. Alright? So I'll be right back. As you can see, I've got, this is the old motor, and it is a 4000 kV. Okay everyone, so here's the Wraith now with the 3000 kV motor in it, and let's see if there's any kind of a difference. I'm going to very lightly squeeze the trigger. Uh-oh. Okay guys, let's try this one more time. I'm going to turn the switch on. Hold on to this bad boy. I'm going to pull the trigger ever so slightly. So it's a whole lot better. Here's full speed. Alright. What do you think, guys? Anybody have any comments or any suggestions on whatever else I could do here? Please let me know. Short of going back into Castle Link and seeing what other things I can tweak, I see it being a lot better. From the Great Barn Challenge to now, did need more of a drag brake, and well, these Ripsaw tires are not for climbing on smooth old slippery wood. Alright guys, so we just got done installing the 3000 kV motor in this, and my wife slash co-producer, right?
Right.
Yeah, she came out here to drive this because, well, after all, this is her truck, right? So I do believe that we've gotten, oh, quit that.
I'm waiting.
There's going to be a copyright problem here soon. All right, so this is her truck. I've been driving it a lot, obviously, but this is hers. And you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna run it through the course and see if it's any more controllable than it was before. All right, so anytime you're ready. Now get lined up. I did crank the drag brake up to about 85%, or 80%, sorry.
Huh.
Oops. Now these tires are not the best for the Seesaw. They failed miserably on the Great Barn Challenge. I just ran this just off camera. Well, you made it, sort of.
Nice emergency dismount, right?
All right.
I got a little carried away.
So what'd you think of that part? That's like the most
good.
challenging part of the course.
Yeah, for this? Yeah.
Yes. A lot easier?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think of throttle control?
I think it's good.
I mean, it still has that tweaking thing going on.
Yeah.
At low speed. Let me go to the other side, so I'm not in your way. All right.
You're
so
never in my way.
yeah, that's my gosh, I think that's about the best it's ever been.
Yeah, I agree.
Except for the original 20-turn motor.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not glitching, it's not tweaking, it's not hopping. It's just doing what it's supposed to. That's what we want, right?
Drag brake's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean,
Can I play?
play what? Yeah, do wheelies? I guess. Don't fall off. So in true Wraith fashion, it just climbs over it and drags it and tears it apart.
That's just on the drag brake.
Yep. I figured. Now the turning radius on this thing is not ideal, but
Superb, is it? I still love this course the best. I like the concrete block. Yeah, it handles like a champ now.
oh, good deal. At least I got something done today.
Yeah, I like the drag brake too.
Yeah, just don't go full speed and let off the trigger because it'll do an endo. This part might be a little easier for you too, since you have more. Look at all that. Look at that throttle control. Brushless and throttle control. It's definitely, I think, the right choice. I can give this more power. Just go into the programming. These are the program parameters from the 4000 kV.
Ah!
Here, I'll save your butt.
Thanks.
I just threw the 3000 kV motor in. So this can be sped up a bit.
I think it's got plenty of power.
Looking at, right now we're looking at about half the power that normally would have. Why do you keep going off to one side like that?
I don't know. I'm a little crooked today.
You're a crook? Alright, go ahead. You did it again.
I did it again.
Alright, turn right and back up. There you go. Turn right.
Might be normal.
Yeah, why do that?
That's just not me. Well, look at the anthills.
Yeah, them fire ants are going, they've been busy. Yeah, tear them up. Tear them up. Okay, fire ant murder.
I hate those things.
She killed the fire ants.
I was expecting a whole swarm to come out, but they didn't swarm.
All right, the hill. King of the hill.
Woo!
Right there. There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally did it. Okay, like I told you before, I acknowledge that I don't know very much about brushless motors, but I think we got this one figured out.
That was
Our
awesome.
crawler motor, probably a 3000 kV or less, would be perfect. For high speed, anything above that, you know, for bashing, whatever. However, like 2000, 2200 kV usually comes capable of a lot more battery power. So anyway, we got the Wraith brushless and I believe brushed capable. So, well, how'd you like it?
That was awesome.
Yeah?
I love the control. It is a little wide for some areas of the course.
That's
compared
the
to
truck
some,
though.
Yeah, compared to some of the other rigs, but it's very controllable. I just got to line up a little bit better.
All right,
For the
so
width.
yeah, and that's like with anything, right? And let's say if we're in a mud bog or something like that, I can change programming, give the motor a bit more power.
Cool.
So if you need to, you know, get down and hammer on it, you could.
Yep.
So let's show everybody what it's got. What's full speed? So don't be too disappointed in that, guys. It's actually pretty good for a rock bouncer. See it? It still tips over. And it tips over again. The other way. Back up. Okay. Hacksaw Jim Duggan's got a headache now.
Yep.
Hacksaw Jim and Gentleman Jim.
Jim.
So anyway, you notice it's a lot quieter now.
Yep.
I adjusted the mesh on the spur gear.
Oh, did you?
Yep. All right. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. This is just the beginning of a final episode for the Wraith. Not final for the Wraith, but final episode for the Wraith. There's a big one coming up. Look for it on the 4th of July as we commemorate Independence Day for our country.